Hello everyone, this is Small Hobbies, and today we'll be looking at the high-grade RX-78XX Pixie Fred Reber Custom. This is a premium Bandai kit. If you saw my unboxing, I mentioned that. I was super excited to get this kit because I just loved the look of it. I liked the weapons, just the way it looked, what the articulation looked like. It just, everything on it looked good. So I got it because I kind of just wanted to get a closer look at it. It looked fun, so I wanted to build it. And so now that I'm finished building it, I thought I'd do a review on it. Oh, that's probably fine. I like the way the weapons look. The weapons are super cool looking. There's one of them right there. It's like a little Uzi style machine gun thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I just thought it was different looking, so I got it. And much to my surprise, it actually uses a lot of the same frame parts as the Blue Destiny kits, which I also mentioned in my unboxing. But yeah, it's like the joints are all from the Blue Destiny kits. Are on the same runner that came with the Blue Destiny kits. So that's pretty cool. It looks very nice. The guns have a lot of surface detail on them. This doesn't really. It just has like some panel lines. There isn't really any seam lines on this except for on the shoulders. There's seam lines here and here. But those are kind of hidden along an edge, so you don't really have to clean those up if you don't want to. There's a lot of bad nub marks on this one in particular, like along the legs here. I tried cleaning them up and I did a horrible job. So on the arms and on the arms here, on the inside of the arms there. There on the other arm, and then on the head, just right there at the V-fin. On the back of the head, there's some bad ones, so I did a better job of cleaning those ones up. There's a bad seam line on the back of the head right there, so that's not great. I think that's gonna do it actually for the seam lines and the stuffs regarding that. There's some nice panel lines on here. There's only a couple of them though. It's got interesting joints that I really liked for the Blue Destiny kits. Basically the same joints, only there's like a bit of double ball joint thing happening there as well. It's like a mixture between the older and newer joints. So that's kind of interesting. I really like these plates on the feet, the way they're kind of vented like that. I would paint those black. There's some color correcting stickers. Let's take a look at that. So here's the sheet of color correcting stickers. It's just these ones here go right here on the feet, or like on the little flap guard just above the ankle guard. These ones, I actually don't remember where a lot of these go. I have no idea where those ones go. If anyone remembers where they, let's see. Let's take a look around the thing. I'm actually not seeing where those go. Assuming, no, I really have no idea where those go. If any of you guys know where those stickers go, I'm too lazy to look at the instruction manual. So yeah. Oh, they go right here. You gotta go right there. We got these black triangles here. Those go on these little triangles here, and then these little triangles in the back of the arm as well. So then we have these little green sights here. Those are going to be for the guns. And we have these little gray stickers that go on the head vents right here. Oh wait, shoulder in the way. There, and on the other side as well. And then we have this sticker, which annoys me a lot. This one right here. Because it goes on the cockpit hatch, which is a separate piece. It's a separate piece. It's separated from the rest of the torso here, which makes me grumpy because really just put in a little bit more effort and just color it differently than it is already colored. It comes colored different, but you just pull it off and paint it. It's not that bad since it's an extra piece, but that's just really it's already separated. Just make it the right color. Anyway, up here we have another color correcting sticker. That area is supposed to be gray. That's this one right here. That one goes all the way around that on the base of the neck area. And I think that's it for all the stickers. So, oh, and then there's these ones, which are just the eyes and the head camera. So those are the eyes there, and there's the head camera there, and then the other one on the back. Those ones aren't so bad though. I didn't use any stickers. I might paint those up or be lazy, but I'm probably gonna be lazy. So I got some other kits I want to get around to building. Anyway, so let's go into accessories. Okay, as far as accessories go, we get 2 Uzis. You get 2 beam daggers. We get the effect parts for the beam daggers. Then we get these really nice effect parts for them, which are like an in-motion effect part. These look really nice. I really like these. And we get 2 of those. And then we get this very interesting set of hands, which has the Uzi handle in them. And that, you take the normal handle, kind of works like a dummy handle, pulls off that, and you can just slot that right in there. And then you can hold those Uzis, and those are secure. You can also, if you wanted, this is a really cool feature that comes with the kit, but you can pull the clip out of the bottom, or the bottom half of the handle and the clip, and the daggers can also be inserted back down there as well. And then you can just put the beam effect part, so you can have them like shooting and stabbing. I thought that was cool. I don't know that it even says to do that in the instructions. I didn't look. It does say to do that in the instructions. I didn't look. Anyway, moving on. We have those hands, and I like that way of holding the weapons. It seems like it's just a better alternative than the normal holding hands you get, which can sometimes be loose. Those aren't loose, and those aren't going to wiggle at all, ever. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then as far as extra pieces go, we got a nice little bit of extra pieces in here. A lot of them are just kind of not very helpful, but some of them are. So you have a shield, parts of the shield that you can make for the Blue Destiny kits. I also probably the Ground Gundam, which I ordered and we'll do a review on when I get it. But there's some more shield parts. And then there's also these arm parts. Now I like this because if you mess up cutting out the arm parts, you have these extra parts here. So those will come in handy. You also have this faceplate, so if you mess up with the faceplate, you can have an extra one. Or if you lose it when you cut it out or something, there's an extra faceplate that comes in here. And it is the actual faceplate that's supposed to go on there too. So you also get this polycap, which is, well, I guess you can use it in like a custom build or something. You have these feet pieces, which are used in the Blue Destiny kits as well as probably the Ground Gundam. I don't know about that though. And you have an extra waist section, so if you somehow manage to break the waist section, something when you're building this, you have an extra, so that's cool. And then you have an widespread open hand that comes extra. Unfortunately, the backs do not fit on these hands. And you could modify it, but I'm lazy, so I didn't. Also, I wanted to have the backs, I want to be a little more versatile. I might make some extra backs or something and turn this into a working one for this, or use it in like a custom build or a diorama or something in the future. Anywho, comes with that. What's really cool that comes in here is an entire machine gun from the Blue Destiny kits and the what are those other things? Ground Gundam. Same one that Ground Gundam and the Blue Destiny kits have. And as far as this goes, this has a little bit of moving parts here and a little moving flip out handle. This one does not come with a clip though. However, if you bought the what is that thing called? The Build Divers or Build Fighters Gundam Easy Sir, that kit comes with an extra clip. And that clip works on this gun. So I think I actually have that on backwards. No, I didn't. That was good. That clip fits on there. That's super cool. So now I have an extra gun I'm going to use for something in the future. Anyway, so that's all the extra parts. Let's get into articulation. So, as far as articulation goes, this guy's pretty basic for, well, a Gundam kit. He's got a good bend at the elbow. Most of the older Gundam kits are like this, like the Blue Destiny kits and the Ground Gundam have this nice double jointed bend at the elbow. It's almost completely folded in half there, but not quite. There's a little bit of an angle. He's got rotation just above that. It's a little tight, but it's fine. Arm can move up that far before the shoulder clashes at all. But then the shoulder's on a ball joint, so the shoulder can move up that far and give it vertical to the chest. That's cool. The wrist is on, the hands are just on ball joints, but that wrist is kind of like a double ball joint. You don't get much from that. There's this tiny bit of like rotation in this little segment here. Tiny bit, like hardly anything. Then this entire thing in here, this is all jointed, but it's very tight. And I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong, but when I put the little thing on there, the piece inside there that holds the ball joint, that holds the whole chest together, it stressed, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if that just does that. In fact, I had the same problem with the Core Gundam. The Core Gundam on the backpack and on the ankles, the little connection point, they stress, and I want to know if anyone else is to do that or if I'm doing something wrong. I just began drilling them out because I hate it when my parts stress. And anyway, okay, so at the waist, you have a bend that far. You can bend that far in that direction. He's got a tiny bit of an ab crunch before he pops off that ball joint. It's hardly anything. He's got more back than he has forward, so that's interesting. These things, the verniers on the back of the backpack, this one moves a little bit, this one doesn't. I think that's just an isolated case. I think I may have pulled some of the material off of this one, putting it on there or something. But these are stagnant. They're like a little slot thing. So those go in there and they just stay put. They're supposed to. Mine doesn't. Probably going to glue it. The head can look up that far. Wait. Yep, look up that far. Can look down that far. That's up, down. It's got a little bit of forward and back motion. Up. Be careful while doing that. He's got a little bit of a forward and... He's got just a tiny bit of forward and back there. It's really stiff, though. I won't recommend doing that. That little red cap on there, on the end of the V-fin, is loose. Very loose. I would glue that immediately. But there's little safety flags on the ends of the antennas. Despite that, they're pretty much already the shape you need them, so if you just cut off the safety flags, you're good to go. Side skirts will move up that far. And can go about that far as for the splits. The legs have full rotation at that joint. The side skirts can move up, back. The butt flap is stagnant. That can kick up that far. So that's really good. Can kick back that far. So that's not bad. It's not as blocked as some kits, but yeah. Anyway. He's got a double jointed bend at the knee, which is quite nice. Now he's got like 3 joints in the ankles. He's got a forward and back joint up top, up here. He's got a ball joint here, which also kind of works as a forward and back. And then he's got this little flappy thing that moves. So there's a lot going on with the ankles. Not as much as some of the more higher quality kits, but it's definitely quite a bit. And then he's got, that's on the ankle guard, can move up and down, move up that far actually, down that far. And then if you move this up out of the way, you have a toe bend. The toe bend is very nice. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it's a toe bend. If you can get him in an angle where that is actually feasible, then it's not really ever, but it's okay. Anyway, I do like it when the high grade kits have toe bends because it's a little bit more of a premium feature on a lesser quality kit. Generally, it's only in like real grades and master grades and stuff. Anyway, here is forgot what I was gonna say. I think that's gonna do it for. Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say. Let's do functional ground movement. His leg can go that far forward, and then you have the toe bend. So it's like, it's all the way down. And then his ankle can move out that far. So that's not bad. Move in that far. It's also not that bad. So that's pretty good. So you can get some fairly decently wide stances out of this guy here. There we go. Before he starts to lift off the other foot off the ground, you can go about that far down with both feet solidly flat to the ground. So that's kind of nice. And I wonder if he can do like a kneeling pose or like a half kneel. Like this kind of pose. He can. Okay, so he can do like a half kneel thing there. So that's kind of cool. There's a few kits that can do this. I've actually finding less of them lately. But a lot of the sniper kits can do this. They usually have like little assists on the knee pad that hold the knee up a little bit. But this one's able to do it just fine. You can also do like that. You can put him in some sick poses there with his Uzis or whatever. Anyway, I'm really liking this guy. There is one complaint I have about him, and that's right here. Now down here, there's some very thin pieces holding this mechanism together, so I don't recommend taking that apart and putting it back together too many times. I wouldn't take it apart more than once, ever. And I'm never taking this apart because I'm lazy and I don't want to. Anyway. Yeah, there's some very thin pieces there. But then up here, the leg armor is like super wobbly. Like you can, it's not going anywhere, but it feels like it can just break way too easily in either direction there. So that's something to think about if you get this kit. Okay. Well, something I keep forgetting to do in every single video I've made ever. But let's do a size comparison. Okay. So, there he is next to the Crossbone Gundam, SD Zaku, Leo, Blue Destiny Unit 2, and there it is next to the Master Grade Barbatos. So yeah, it's just about average size for a high grade. There really is just a lot I like about this kit. The way it looks, the articulation's great. I think the only downside to this kit would be that it's a premium Bandai kit, and also there's a little wiggle problem in the legs. But besides that, just that's a premium Bandai kit, and it is a little bit on the expensive side. So for it being a premium Bandai kit, I would have liked to see the color separation on there and there, and I would have liked to see less stickers because I don't like stickers. Anyway, I'd say if you could get this for a good enough for a decent price, I'd say go for it. However, if you don't really like the ground Gundam's articulation, which I personally I don't really like the ground Gundam, which personally I really like the look of it. Or I mean Blue Destiny. Blah, I'm just rambling now. If you like the kit, I'd say get it. It's good. It's good. All the articulation's good. I've noticed that they've been getting a little lazy with the articulation in some kits, with only like single joints in the elbows, which makes the articulation more limited. This has a wider range of motion, which really is quite nice, and a lot of the newer kits just don't have that. Like, for example, the Seltsan or the Gundam Tertium. Also, like all of the, now what are those things called? The IBO kits. None of those have that articulation as well. There's a couple other ones. The Leos don't have them. The Maganacs don't have it. The 30-minute mission kits don't have it, which I would appreciate it if they did have it. But they do not. They're just seems like they're just getting a little bit lazy with the articulation there. Anyway, if you liked the video, leave a like. Remember to subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what I could be doing better. I appreciate your feedback, and thank you, and have a nice day. Yes, that looks good.